Hi there, welcome to another episode of TPM Jake's Mind Lens. Today's topic would be the gravity of love is poison. The first time my dad told me this statement, it was, the gravity of love is poison. Where was he going with this? So when I sat down, dissected it in my head, and he also gave his perspective on it, he was like from the perspective of the weight of the love he had or he carries for his kids, his wife, can make him be more self-sacrificing. And there is no self-preservation in his mind to some degree, from his perspective at least, when it comes to his kids, particularly his wife and kids. So now, when I took that and further stretched it and thought of it wholly, the gravity of love is poison in the sense that, from my perspective though, for my own experience and my thoughts, my experience in general, the gravity of love is poison in the simple sense that, okay, take for instance, you love someone. You loving someone, I've told people this, and great men of God have said this, you can find this in a lot of places. Whether you agree with it or not is totally up to you. I'm not here to debate and drag that with you. You have to agree, you have to see things from my point of view. Until you realize that love is a choice, I promise you, every emotion you're feeling regarding love will wear out. But until you come to the realization and the fact, the undeniable truth that love is a choice. What do I mean? Personally, my walk with God, my faith in Christendom, before it became calcified, and now I know I can't do any other religion, was when I think I was a teenager. The concept of love being a choice came up to me. So every time I say a word like I love God, it means, trust me, and I have done this. I went on a Google search, I read books, I went to the library, I did with one holiday, one summer break, I went and I did a thorough research on different gods. And now, one of the reasons why I continued in Christianity, despite it was my birth religion, was if I wasn't a Christian today, the next thing I would have been is a Muslim, because there's so many similarities, and I'm that open-minded to discuss religion, even with Muslims who are open-minded enough to discuss it with me. The only fundamental difference I have seen consistently in every conversation I've had with any strong Muslim is the simple fact that they don't believe in Jesus, I believe in Jesus. They believe Jesus exists as a prophet, Isa. That's the name they have for him. But they do not agree that he is the Son of God, Savior, Messiah, died on the cross, that concept. Now, I have done my research. Every time I say, I love God, I'm coming from the perspective that I'm saying, okay, oh, you God of Israel, I have done my research, which I have done, and I am saying, I choose you. That is what it means to me. This is a personal perspective. So I'm married, by God's grace. I've been married for 2 years now. Yeah, not long time, I know, and I have a son as a result of this marriage. So every time I look at my wife, I'm telling her that you're not the first woman I've been with, like dated or had a relationship with, and I'm telling her that after you, there will be women who surpass you in every dimension, whatever it is I can think of that makes you qualified to be my wife. There is a lady out there who will exceed it. Whatever expectations I have, there's a lady who will not only meet but exceed it. Vice versa. Whatever expectations she has in a man, there is a man out there who will exceed it. There is no need to be all like denying my willful blindness to lie to myself like, oh, I'm perfect. That's a lie. I'm not, you're not. But nonetheless, now I'm telling her that I have seen those ladies. I have had my own fair share of relationships, but I am choosing you. Come rain, come shine, in sickness, in health, whatever comes, I have willfully chosen you. So, when we come back to the topic at hand, the gravity of love is poison. So, the weight of love, for me now, from my perspective, is poison in the sense that choice you have made, you have to live with it every single day. This is not a bad or a good thing. It is just facts. Notice I am not framing this. There is no pre-framing context. I want you to see love is a good thing or a bad thing. It is a choice you have decided and you have made it. So moving forwards, you have made this choice and you will carry it every day of your life. And if you genuinely loved someone, let's not lie to ourselves. You can heal, but there is a piece of you that will always, you've genuinely loved that person. Like I know people, I've met people who are no longer in good terms with their blood relatives, like a father, a mother who wasn't there. But I promise you, as much as if they loved them at one point, if they did at one point, and there was genuine love there, in as much as they have someone else filling that gap right now, there is always going to be that. I can't describe that feeling. It's a bit difficult for me to articulate, but there is going to be that inkling, no matter how tiny, of this used to be my dad, this used to be my mom. So that can be dangerous. And we go back to the conversation of setting boundaries. If you do not address this by setting boundaries, that individual can capitalize on that and manipulate you and prey on that love they know you have for them. So this is part of the poison with which the gravity of love can be. Are we together here? So take, for instance, a very good example, a very common example is couples. When one partner or a couple does not separate from their exes, they do not completely sever. That's the word. I didn't stutter when I said that. You have to sever clearly ties with an ex, except of course, like it's not always painted black and white these days, but some people just want to dance around it. But for me, in my candid opinion, I believe except you've managed to, even after the dating period, you were able to successfully be friends and there was no shady things going on, like friends with benefit kind of stuff going on behind the scenes. If you could maintain that even after dating, kudos to you. Maybe it might not be a bad idea, but ideally the best option is to sever. And if once your partner gets aware of it and is like, okay, I'm not comfortable with you being friends with this ex or any exes at all, it's something you guys might have to look to at severing, because now this partner is the choice you have made. Do you get? So every time you make that choice of saying, oh, I love you, bear in mind you are choosing willfully to drink poison. And it takes us also back to my previous video where I said you have to look at the individual as a whole. Don't look at them, oh, they are bright sides, oh, they are good, their fat doesn't smell. No, look at them wholly as an individual. Then now, when you have chosen, you're choosing that, yes, I am taking you poison, potion, healing powers, nectar, your ability to do damage, everything, nectar, bitter parts, venom, everything, and I will drink this. Am I saying people should not change and work on their flaws? I'm never saying that. I have never said that, and I'll never say that. But zero your mind that when you say I love someone, you are choosing to accept and integrate them as a part of your functioning person from that point onwards. Yes, I'm not saying just because you're integrating them means you have to be one person in terms of like you are always together. No, you can even have different interests. Your partner might be a couch potato. You might be like, I'm gonna die at the gym, I'm a gym rat. Yes, it's possible. When I say you integrate them, you will have to live with the consequences of their couch potatoism. A very good example is the gravity of love is poison. So let's say, for instance, my wife has a tendency of, okay, I want to be strict, like by the books. If something has a date of a best before date, once that date has exceeded, I personally would want to throw that thing away. But my wife was maybe like, when we're in Africa, do they put best before date on bread? Do you get? Or on eggs or everything? Is it not just here they do that? Now, personally, so whoever gave us this thing, put a best before date there, I couldn't care less. I want to buy a new one. Do you get? But she's like, yeah, it's been in the fridge, it should be fine. So now, sometimes, yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I want to be like, okay, I want to overlook it. After all, it's you. I'm lying. If she eats that bread or whatever it is in context and it makes her ill, I will feel the consequences of that illness. One, I might have to take time away from work and I'm losing money for both of us. She's obviously not going to work if she's ill. So now I might have to take time to look after our little boy and look after her. If I'm looking after both of them together, I can't go to work. We are now both losing money. So sometimes, if I can see a sign of the bread being bad, I will decline. I will take it and I'll throw it away nonetheless. I will not let her take the risk because it's foolishness. So that is part of the poison I have consumed, and vice versa. I'm trying to think of a bad habit I personally have, so it doesn't look like I'm just justifying that going to my wife. Okay, personally, I have a tendency to be very loud, and sometimes I can just, it can even be in a normal conversation and I'm talking very loud and she'll just say, I'm just here, keep your voice down, keep your tone down. Do you get? So that is a poison she has chosen. I'm not justifying, it's not a good thing, it's not something I'm proud of. It's just, if you've been in Lagos, there's something about Lagosians and how we talk, and I've just been in Lagos for 2 years before I came to the UK. But typical, I'm just like that. I'm very, very emotional and I'm energetic, charismatic. I want you to feel what I'm feeling at that time. So it's taking that part of me now to just, be more calm. Okay, my wife's working on that with me and just being like, okay, I'm just here, it's just me and you don't need to talk over me, you understand? So she has now regulated that, because that is the poison she's drank. But she knows that, okay, this is a raw material. Do I still sleep up plenty of times? There are times when I come, babe, you're not going to believe what happened. So she's like, okay, yeah, I'm happy you're excited. What happened? Tell me. Do you get? So at the end of the day, the gravity of love is poison. It's always going to be. But now you can also help people modify it, but you know that this is what you are getting yourself involved in. So that's today's topic. I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section. Give this a like, subscribe so you don't miss for future videos. And I really want to know your thoughts. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What are your thoughts on this? Until another episode of 2PM Jake's 2 minutes, 2PM Jake's Mind Lens. See you next time. Bye.